to our production of California Missions and More. This afternoon, we're going to take you on a historical journey through the history of California. So you're going to learn about what it was like before it ever was a state and all the way up to statehood. So hopefully you will learn something and enjoy the show. I'm going to hand it over to our two lead actors who are playing JB and Johnson, Brody and Jackson.
Tell me when to start. Okay, people, let's get it moving. We got a movie to film, and we're all right behind schedule. We're all set, JB. You heard the director. Scene one of JB's most brilliant work, California Missions. What is it, JB? That title, California Missions. It's so mundane, so prosaic. Icky. It's icky. It means something more. I've got it, Johnson. I'm a genius. What is it? New title of my movie? California Missions and More. Brilliant, JB. Okay, scene one. It's the 16th century before the Spanish started exploring California. Where are the Indians? Excuse me. Oh, you're here. You look great. Thanks, but you shouldn't really call us Indians.
That's right. There are hundreds of thousands of us throughout the West Coast, and we belong to dozens of different tribes.
Hey, has anybody seen my acorns? I think I lost my acorns.
What? Is that them in the basket over there?
Yes, my acorns. I love acorns. Little ones, big ones. Some of them get these cute little lines on them that just look like they're smiling. See, there are 14 different varieties of acorn in early California. Would you like me to name them? No, I mean, we've got to shoot this scene. Are you all so fond of acorns?
No, that's the point. We live in all different kinds of places and live all different kinds of lives. Some of us make baskets.
Some make great canoes.
Some of us wear deerskin. Some were just tattoos. I lived in the desert.
I live by the sea.
I lived in the mountains. Orange trees. Don't call us Indians.
and Pomo too. Don't call us Indians if that's alright with you.
Some of us pick berries.
Some of us catch fish.
Some of us find acorns. What a nutty dish. Acorn paste for breakfast. Really tasty good. Lunch is acorn porridge. Dinner's acorn soup. I love acorn soup. Don't call us Indians. We're not all the same. Don't call us Indians. Do not know that name. We're Chumash and Wyokas. Miwok and Pomo too. Don't call us Indians if that's alright with you. Cut brilliant, perfect. It's got a message, but it's catchy. And there's the food angle. I'm not a big fan of acorn porridge myself, but I think there may be an untapped audience out there of nut lovers. Johnson, give me one of those cooking shows for the publicity tour.
Right, JB. Okay, scene 2. We need Joseph de Galvez on stage. Where's the Spanish Visitor General of Mexico?
At last, my request has been granted from the king. We shall send an expedition to Alta California and colonize it for Spain.
Excellent, Governor Galvez. But we Spanish have claimed California for 200 years. In 1542, Cabrillo sailed to San Diego. In 1602, Vizcaino charted Monterey Bay. Why isn't that expedition now in 1769?
Why now? Because the Russians and British are poking their noses into our territory. Why now? Because for 200 years we have done nothing with Alta California. Why now? Because it will be fun.
But how do we do it?
How? How we always do it, of course. We'll follow the famous Spanish three-step plan to territorial expansion.
The three-step plan?
Don't they teach you anything in college these days? Your resumes explicitly stated that you had taken Imperialism 101, Introduction to Being a Colonial Power.
I may have missed a few of those classes.
The three-step plan of expansion is quite simple. Repeat after me. Missions.
Missions.
Presidios.
Presidios?
Presidios are forts. And the third step is building pueblos.
Pueblos.
All together now.
Missions, presidios, and pueblos. Missions, presidios, and pueblos. Missions, presidios, and pueblos. Rah!
Now you get it. The first step toward our mission is to build ourselves a nation. Then turn the natives Christian to really for the best. Then we'll fortify the mission with Presidio's position to discourage opposition to our California West.
love it. It's got pathos. I don't even know what pathos is, but I know the scene's got it. Keep it rolling. Cue Junipero.
Father said the mission here in San Diego is really beginning to take shape. It's a miracle, Captain Portola. I thought our overland trip here from Mexico was difficult, but it was even harder for the ships. We are fortunate that more of us did not die. True, but now we have established a Spanish presence throughout San Diego and Monterey. And someday we will have missions and pueblos up and down California along El Rio, the King's Highway. Perhaps you two will be famous one day. Children would study Father Junipero Serra and his missions. You think? Nah, wouldn't that just be horribly boring? I am just a humble Franciscan there doing his best to serve as I can. The mission is almost finished. Soon we will hang up the bells. I love the bells. They have traveled a long way to become part of our little mission. Someday they will rise up with our high brick walls. The ringing of the bells mean our work here has just begun. Hear the bells, cheer the bells. These lovely bells gonna ring away. Hear the bells, San Diego to Monterey. I love the smell of lovely drying in the sun. The walls are rising. Let's start baptizing. Our mission has begun. Hear the bells, cheer the bells. These lovely bells gonna ring away. Hear the bells, San Diego to Monterey. I love the sight of a cornfield furrow steep and straight. The grain is rising, so civilizing. Our mission's taking shape. Hear the bells, ding dong. These lovely bells gonna ring away. Ding dong. San Diego to Monterey. Ding dong. These lovely bells gonna ring away. Ding dong. San Diego to Monterey.
Excellent, excellent. Things are moving along nicely.
Right, JB, now to the next scene.
Johnson, what is that?
That's the mission set, exactly like the one Junipero Serra built in 1769.
That thing?
What's wrong with it?
Well, it's dull. It just sits there. It's got no pizzazz.
It's a mission, JB.
It's not just a mission, it's my mission. It's got shine, it's got sparkle, it's got sing and dance.
Right, JB, where's the set director?
What is it now?
JB wants a mission that sparkles.
Sparkles, you should.
Sparkles.
We could put some glitter on it.
It's not a birthday cake.
How about a laser show?
It's the 18th century. They don't have lasers. They don't have electricity.
We could use dry ice.
Wait a minute, I've got it.
Everybody back, give him room. JB's hatched an idea.
Fantastic, so simple, so eternally perfect. Any fourth grader would think of it.
Because you're on fourth grade.
Right. Man, I am a genius. My brain cannot be beat. Yeah, I smell an Oscar. It's gonna taste so sweet. I know what we are needing, so listen up. We gotta build a fish out of shoes. You name of the pueblo that eventually became known as Los Angeles. I love that kind of language on my set. Get her.
Eventually, 21 missions were built throughout Alta California.
Perhaps more than 80,000 of us Native Americans were brought into the mission system one way or another.
In 1820, Mexico broke away from Spain and formed its own republic.
For the next 20 years, some missions and surrounding lands were sold off to wealthy Californios for cattle ranches. Some of the parcels were 50 square miles.
The mission lands were supposed to revert to us.
JB, it's just awful. You must do something. I cannot work under these circumstances. The stress is making my hair curl. Or maybe it's the humidity.
The stress is making the humidity.
I am an artiste. When I design clothes, I create a world within a world. My costumes are designed to capture the flavor of an era, the zeitgeist of a world long past.
Zeitgeist? Johnson? Yes, JB? I don't understand a word she is saying. Is she still worried about the humidity?
Listen to me, JB. I've designed the most dashing outfits for the rancheros. These California cowboys will look muy magnifico as they gallop across the range of the ranchos.
So, what's the problem?
It's the wives. The rancheros' wives refuse to buy into my romantic vision of life on the hacienda. They're not working with me. What I'm going for is a muscular machismo, an elegant elan.
Johnson? Yes, JB? I don't understand what she wants. Does she want the AC turned up or something?
Oh no, here they are. You see what I mean? We're not gonna promote that silly romance on the rain.
You think we just sat around all day in our finest dresses waiting for our husbands to return all spick and span in a little vest?
Life on the rancheros isn't everything the history books say it is.
In fact, it was horrible and we are so very tired. about to stop being a farmer?
It was a typecasting.
Besides, don't I look presidential? I stopped being cast as the president. I had a guest spot on a soap opera once as a corrupt senator. I was very convincing. No one will even lend me a nickel for that.
I saw that you were very good and honored to be in the same film as you.
Oh, I thank you.
I didn't mean I was just practicing. I was supposed to be your faithful wife.
Might I say that was mighty fine acting?
Thank you.
Who are you? I'm Jedediah, famous trapper and explorer. I just hope they don't make me wear this jacket so long. It's giving me a rash.
Okay, Yankees, 15 minutes before you shoot your scene.
Well, we better get into the pioneer spirit.
That's right, we're playing Americans Who See California as a golden opportunity.
And I don't think that Californians and the administrators were all that happy to see us coming in.
Say, you want to ask the scene one more time before we shoot it?
Great idea.
Sure, I'll get us started.
Dang, I'm starting to swell. Here we come, here we come, here we come. Yankees come most every day. Here we come, here we come, here we come. Yankees here and here to stay. My name is Jedediah. I'm a traveling man. There's never been a family like this in Milwaukee. Here we come, here we come, here we come. Yankees most every day. Here we come, Yankees and here to stay. I'm the U.S. president. My name is Doyle. I sure would like some land for our spinning pole. And California's looking mighty nice to me. Ways to run across Here we come, here we come, here we come. Yankees come most every day. Here we come, here we come, here we come. Yankees here and here to stay. Here we come, here we come. Yankees come most every day. Here we come, here we come, here we come. Yankees here and here to stay. What about the war scenes, JB? We'll shoot them later on location. Give me Sutter and Marshall. I'm not sure, JB. I saw Sutter try to run over Marshall in the parking lot. Are these men supposed to be professionals? It's been 150 years. Can't Sutter let it go? I hope so, JB. John Sutter, James Marshall, you're on. You were supposed to be building a sawmill on my property. Is that too much to ask? But no, you had to find gold. For Pete's sake, Mr. Sutter, I've apologized enough. And JB, do we have to dredge up all of this again? What about the war between Mexico and the United States? Didn't we skip that? Don't try to change the subject, Marshall. It wasn't much of a war here in California. Mostly a set of skirmishes between the Californians and the Yanks. It lasted less than a year and was over by January of 1847. But it was part of the Mexican War. The treaty with Mexico in 1848 gave all of California and a whole lot more to the U.S. Don't think I don't see what you're doing. 1848 may have been the year of the treaty, but it was also the year you were supposed to build that sawmill. Instead, you ruined my life. I had a dream. Oh no, here we go. For a decade, I was building my 50,000-acre empire. Knew how to, I called it. Things were going so well. I'll never forget those days. Half horse and cattle driving, golden wheat fields were surviving. I had horse ships that were thriving. The gold was found one day. Well, I tried to keep it quiet, but the papers wouldn't buy it. Now there's millions running riot, and they won't we are happy Californians from now on?
You're in luck, JB. Our next tune has some really happy Californians celebrating the admission of the state into the Union.
Well, bring them on, Johnson. Bring them on. I want my movie to make people smile. I want them dancing in the aisles. I want them buying all the merchandise. I want them fighting at fast food restaurants with all those little figurines.
I've already got my Junipero Sarah action figure, only $2.95 at the lottery fries. Collect them all.
Good work, Johnson. Now give me those peppy Californians.
I thought we'd never become a state.
Yeah, what took us so long? By 1850, we had 100,000 people in the state.
The biggest problem was slavery. The Compromise of 1850 allowed California to enter the Union as a free state.
Yes, in 1850, California became the 34th state of the United States.
It was weird though. We weren't even a territory. We just hung around until the U.S. Congress made up its mind, and now we're a state. So what's so great about statehood anyhow?
Are you kidding? After all these years, after being the subject to Spain, then to Mexico, and then being in limbo, finally we get to have the state nickname.
The Golden State.
And
the state reptile.
The Desert Tortoise.
And the state boot.
The Valley Quail.
Cool, we get a state motto and everything.
Eureka, I found it, and isn't worth the wait. Eureka, I found it, this is the Golden State. Eureka, we did it, and we are feeling great. Eureka, I found it, this is the Golden State. Green on our flag, redwood is our tree. On our seal, and that's just fine with me. Eureka, I found it, and it's worth the wait. Eureka, I found it, this is the Golden State. Eureka, we did it, and we are feeling great. Eureka, I found it, this is the Golden State. The poppy is our flower, I love when they pop out. I hug the valley quail, I kiss the golden strand. Eureka, I found it, and it's been worth the wait. Eureka, I found it, this is the Golden State. Eureka, we did it, and we are feeling great. Eureka, I found it, this is the Golden State.
Cut, Prince, that's a wrap. Brilliant, JB. Good work, everyone. California mission for everyone and all the sugar you're
Gonna make a movie about the missions, the kind of film our fans will all adore. Yeah, it's a great and luster, a holiday blockbuster. California missions, missions and more. Early California, so exciting. There's mountains and there's valleys to explore. A history bonanza, a film extravaganza. California missions, missions and more. California